As part of a social experiment, one of our bloggers decided to wear a face veil for a day and wrote about people's reactions to her decision. Her blog got 100 comments overnight, so we thought we'd ask the Express Tribune staff how they reacted to the notion of covering one's face.
I think the fact that she's wearing a niqab would mean that she's really more different in belief and principles from me. So I would be a little more conscious because I would think that it might make her uncomfortable.
If I know who the woman is, and if it's like a friend or someone I know from somewhere else, then it wouldn't be uncomfortable.
No, I would not. And that is probably because I've been around a lot of people who already wear niqab.
Yes, because I personally, I think your face is a part of your identity.
She has shady eyes, maybe.
I wouldn't necessarily feel uncomfortable, but it's not an idea that I'm particularly fond of.
Yes, I would, and it's not anything to do with the veil. I would be uncomfortable if somebody is trying to talk to me and it's not daylight or outside and they're wearing very dark sunglasses. I like to see people's faces and their eyes when I'm talking to them. I think a lot of people, when you ask them this question, they think you're asking them about whether they would be uncomfortable with somebody who is obviously religious.
My best friend has been like some kind of crazy party person who all of a sudden had this massive spiritual change. I'll be curious about their spiritual change. I'm not going to judge them for their spiritual change.
I'll be like, okay, what just happened? I want to know why you made this decision.
It's not important for me to think that she should or should not wear one.
I just find it amusing because if she suddenly started it, then I wouldn't take it seriously.
Like, what happened to you?
If she asked me for my opinion about it, then I would say, I think this is based on an interpretation of religious text that is perhaps antiquated.
How do you define shareef? Can anyone quantify shareef or define shareef? I just think that, it's just like really simplistic and juvenile to quantify sharafat with either a niqab or lack thereof.
I've seen a lot of people who do wear it and are not very shareef or that don't fit that category.
Morals, piety and character has nothing to do with your religion or with your actions.
I feel more comfortable around someone who wears less clothes than more.
I guess I am not comfortable with extremes of any kind. Unnecessarily. A completely covered woman or very little covered woman would be a little bit of an issue, but no, it would not matter how I communicated with them.
Depends where you are. Let's say I'm in a mosque and someone walks in not wearing a lot of clothes. It'll make me feel uncomfortable.
Liberal is a much abused term in Pakistani society, right? It's applied to all the wrong things. But I've found many times that people who will fight, or at least verbally fight, because no real liberal actually is going to go out there and fight, verbally fight for, say, a woman's right to dress in whatever way she chooses, be that like she wants to walk around in sleevelesses, she wants to walk around in jeans, she should have the right to do that without being, judged or, God forbid, molested. But those same people will freak out if somebody decides to wear a niqab or even more extreme, a complete abaya, right? If you're going to defend someone's freedom, sweetheart, then you have to defend all of their freedoms. Otherwise, there's a word for what you're being, and it's not liberal, it's hypocrite.